Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a really good discipleship group today. We looked on Sunday at Joshua 3. I wanted to pick up a word that Mark Wood brought to us at the end of the last week of prayer, in which he said that God was telling us that as we grow wider, we need to go deeper, not get busier. And I'm really excited about the wider bit. I'm really excited that Jesus is going to build his church with us. That's amazing. But I'm conscious that there was a warning there, which is, let's not think that a busy church is necessarily an effective church. That an effective church is one that's really clear about its purpose. And to be clear about our purpose, we really do have to go deeper with God. And there's no sense at all of condemnation in that word. I really felt that the Father sees you. He knows what you do. He knows how you do carve out time for Jesus. And it's just really that there is more. There is more for us. So Joshua 3 helps us to understand why it's important to prioritize the presence. It tells us that Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh make a really bad decision. They use their own thinking, their own great ideas. Don't follow where the presence is going, don't ask God for direction and instruction, and so eventually they lose the sense that God is with them. They worship idols, they get enslaved and deported by Assyria, all because they don't follow where God is leading. They've found themselves in disobedience and out of the presence. We also looked at Joshua and how his leadership is informed by those times that he spends in the presence of God in the tent of meeting while God is meeting with Moses face to face. And we saw how that means that Joshua is entirely secure in his leadership. He's not concerned at all. He knows that he can trust God with his people. And so he lets God go ahead of the people. It's the ark that goes into the River Jordan first. And then Joshua tells the people to consecrate themselves, to align themselves with sacred purpose, to be clear that they want to follow God and that he is their priority. And then there's a promise that comes with that. If we align ourselves to the things of God, the promise is that he'll do amazing things among us. And that is an under translation. The original Hebrew doesn't say amazing things, it says miracles. I talked a little about how Ian and I are praying right now for an increase in the release of miracles amongst us, because they support the proclamation of the gospel and they tell people who Jesus is. And then finally, we kind of settled, I think, a bit on the thing that most people have commented on, is the letting God take responsibility for what is his. Some of us are absolutely exhausted right now, and we think it's because we're busy. It's not. It's because we've taken something on that belongs to the Lord. We've blurred the boundaries between his responsibility and ours, and we need to give that thing back. We need to release it so that we are free, and so that we recognize that God is able in a way that we are not. Okay, so I really hope you have a great time in your discipleship group. I've suggested some questions. It would be great if you could just share how you prioritize getting into the presence of God with each other. There's always so much to be learned from other people and how they do it and what being in the presence of God means for them. So thank you. Too long. I'm going. Bye.